Hi guys, and welcome to Car Focused. Today is a bit of a different video. I'm with Callum again. I don't know if you remember Callum from some videos we did in the past, last year. But do you want to tell him what we're driving today, Cal?
So today we're in a Porsche Cayenne Coupe. So this car's come from Porsche Centre Hatfield, from their general sales manager Wesley. Thought we'd bring the car along today, see what Gary thinks of it. He's a big Ford man, big hot hatch man.
Hot hatch fan.
See what he thinks to an SUV. This particular car has quite a few options on it. So it's one of the launch spec vehicles. It's one of the earliest Cayenne Coupes that was in the UK.
Okay.
And this particular one has things like privacy glass, matrix beam headlamps. We have heated seats, heated steering wheel, 14-way seats, so they're crazy adjustable.
Yeah.
Sports tail pipes, so it's a look rather than a sports exhaust.
So the black sort of wrapped
right, so
tailpipes.
You can have, and this is the level of customization you can have. So you can have the look without the noise if you want.
Yeah.
If you like the look but you don't like the noise, then you can go that way if you want.
That's pretty cool.
The idea with this car is the black theme. So it's the darker wheels, the black surrounds around the windows, the privacy glass, the black sports tailpipes.
It's a very stealthy,
look,
kind of looking
absolutely.
car. So yeah, this is a completely, I mean, I don't normally drive these kind of cars day to day. It's not really the sort of car that I would pick if I had the money, because I've always been a smaller, like a sports coupe, hot hatch kind of guy. But it's going to be interesting seeing what it's actually like, because it's quite a big car, isn't it? It's yeah, it's probably aimed at somebody that's probably got a family, or maybe just somebody that just wants a bigger car to kind of do longer journeys.
Yeah, quite right. So, see, the flagship model in the Porsche model range is the 911, but unfortunately, not everybody. A 911 is not practical for everybody. So the idea of this car is, it's a 911 that you can put your family in and your luggage in and your kids in, and
because ultimately, inside, it's got everything is similar looking, isn't it, to just say a 911? Because Porsche has the kind of traditional steering wheels throughout the range, didn't they? Yeah. The dash layout's very similar, with the clock in the middle there. So yeah, it has definitely got that kind of sporty Porsche feel to it. But the things I'm kind of noticing immediately is how high I'm sat for a start, like as in how above the road I am, because the whole car is a big car, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's just nice and smooth. It's very quiet at the minute, just cruising around. We've got all of the mod cons that you need in here. So massive sat-nav screen, infotainment. I quite like here with the instrument cluster as well. We've got on the right-hand side, we've also got the sat-nav in digital format on the cluster there. Bose sound system throughout.
Bose stereo, so stereo in this car is phenomenal.
Yeah, so
it does sound very good.
Again, on the long journeys, if you want to crank up some tunes.
Some music. This car can quite quickly go from being a very comfortable long distance cruiser to a sports utility vehicle that it really is.
So is it kind of almost got like a split personality?
Yeah,
so
would be a really nice way of putting it. Cars like this almost have I say a bit of a reputation for being very tall and a bit wallowy and things like that. But it's really important to Porsche that all of their cars are sports cars. So this is a true sports utility vehicle. We'll try that in a moment.
So this is really, if you're a Porsche kind of person, you know, Porsche fanatic, so to speak, and you just want a wicked daily. This is kind of this
could be it. Yeah. So this particular one is the coupe. So we do the normal Porsche Cayenne, which is your traditional sort of 4x4 SUV styling, and this is the coupe styling. So for that sort of person that doesn't quite need the vast practicality of a normal Cayenne, can go for the coupe model and have that sort of even more sportier styling, but still have the nicer ride height, so you get better visibility, still get the practicality, the comfort, and then the performance when you want it. So
I mean, nice from the outside, that kind of rear quarter area at the back, it does look really nice, doesn't it? And also the rear seating doesn't really seem to be compromised either. There's plenty of room in there. I mean, the seat was set up for you, and you're 6 foot. 6'1", and I'm 5'9". On a good day, and there's plenty of room for me. So I mean, even if you were 6 foot, I still think there'd be plenty of knee room there behind the rear seat. Yeah, very, very spacious.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very effortless, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quick. So this is it sounds strange to say it, but this is a standard Cayenne. So we do a Cayenne, a Cayenne S, and a Cayenne Turbo.
So is this the kind of base model?
Yes, this is the entry car.
So what's the engine in this?
So this is a 3-litre V6 single turbo. It's 340 horsepower.
Okay.
The car starts at just over 62,000. And it's quick. It's a quick 4x4, goes really, really well. But you can then upgrade if you wanted to go for the S model. You can have a 2.9, which strangely, so it's a slightly smaller engine.
Yeah.
A 2.9 twin turbo. The extra turbochargers in that car mean the engine doesn't need to be quite so large, and that engine produces 450 horsepower, so they start to get really, really quick.
Yeah.
And then you get the 4-litre twin turbo V8 in the turbo, and that engine produces well over 500 horsepower. So
that's correct. That must be a monster.
An absolute monster, that is. Yeah.
I mean, I can just observing while I'm driving. You can feel the weight of the car into the corners. Yeah. It's weird because the body isn't really rolling. You can just feel the weight as the car moves around the corner. Yeah. So it's not like unsettling or anything. The steering feels quite nice and weighted though. I think you were saying to me there's no steering modes in this car, is there?
No. So there's a small feature on your steering wheel called Sports Chrono, and it lets us change a lot of the characteristics around the vehicle.
But so the drive modes are here? The drive modes,
but it doesn't let us change the characteristics of the steering. The way a car feels massively comes through the steering of the car, and Porsche feel that this is how this car is designed to feel. Yeah. And that's how it's set up to feel that way, so it can't be changed. But we've got it in normal, so if you turn it once to the right hand side, it will put it into sport.
Okay.
We can feel the throttle response there sharpened up, the gearbox dropped down a gear.
Yeah, it's a bit sharper.
And it will sit slightly flatter in the corner, so the suspension is firmed up a little bit, but not completely.
It's no slouch, is it?
No, it's not at all. It's quick.
It does it really effortlessly though, and it doesn't feel like you. I don't want to say it feels like you're going slow. You are going faster than it feels.
Yeah, and a lot of that is the ride height. So that, I suppose, one of the challenges with a car like this is you can find yourself going quite fast quite quickly because you lose perception of speed.
You do. I mean, we're doing 58 miles an hour now, and it feels like we're doing about 30.
It does feel like we're going very slow. Yeah, we're coming into a 30. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I think in a moment, so we're obviously in sport now, but I really want to try the Sport Plus mode. Yeah. So we know we've driven it for 7-8 minutes now, and it feels nice and comfortable.
We've done the comfort bit.
You can cruise along nicely, but for that moment where you don't have your wife and kids in the car, you nip into the shop to get a pint of milk, and you want to have a little play, you want to see how it feels in Sport Plus. So when we get out of this village, I think we'll give it a go. But just to quickly go back to the inside of this, what I thought was really cool was as we were leaving the house earlier, the cameras on the car. So you've got camera on the rear, camera on the front. Yeah.
So again, we've spoken about the size of the car and it being quite large, and it is, certainly from our customer's point of view, quite a concern. So there is a front-facing camera, a rear-facing camera, and there's also a camera underneath each wing mirror.
Oh, that's smart.
What this will do is when you put the car into reverse, it will give you a bird's eye view of the car, and it will stitch together all the images so you can see a live footage of the floor around you.
That's really good.
We all know that time where you're trying to reverse around a corner and there's a curb and you're not sure if you're going to nick your wheel on it.
Yeah, or there's a pole or something. Yeah,
you'll be able to see it on the camera, live see that curb on the camera. So.
Right, so we're on a nice little back road. As I said, we're going to try Sport Plus, so I'll turn the dial clockwise again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Around there to Sport Plus. I'm going to flick it into manual. Okay. So we'll flick that over to the left. So we're now using the paddles. The third gear, slight bend, accelerate. Yeah, that's nice. It's got a nice little shove when you change gear, isn't it? Yeah. Kind of a nice little kick.
It puts that in for you, a nice little feeling.
It's really quiet, isn't it?
Yeah, because this is the refined end of the model range. You can make them louder, so we can have sports exhaust systems, we can have the bigger models, so you can have a more powerful engine, and make the car a lot louder if that's what you want for them. That's the nice thing about the Porsche model range, is you can really tweak it and change it to how you want.
It's a very customizable kind of.
Very much so.
From the factory, you go into the store and you've got a lot of options. And no, it's just a really nice car. It is. It's just a car that I can imagine is super easy to live with on a day-to-day basis. Like I say, for those trips to the Alps and that kind of thing, there's a lot of room in the boot as well. So if you want to chuck, you probably chuck some skis in the back, fold the seats down, stick them through the middle. Yeah, it's very nice. I mean, completely different to what I'm used to. I mean, my subscribers watching this.
What are you doing?
They're probably not going to be expecting, one of these to be on the channel. Right, quite a bit of roads, no cars behind us. Quickly give the launch control a quick try. So what do we do, Cal? What do we do?
So we've already got it in Sport Plus, so it has to be in Sport Plus first. If you put your left foot on the brake, and then very quickly accelerate to the floor. And then when you're ready, let go of the brake.
Impressive. What was most impressive was that initial takeoff in first. You could feel the whole car squat down as if it's literally ready to go, and then come off that brake.
And away it went.
And then it kind of gets linear from second onwards, but I can imagine that in the top version of this to be pretty savage. To be pretty savage. But on the road, I mean, do you really need a car any faster than this?
Yeah, I'm a car fan, so if you can make it go faster, make it go faster.
Yeah, that is a silly question. And also, right, so this is an SUV, it's quite high up, four-wheel drive. What is it like off-road?
Very good. So,
is it designed to be off-road?
It is.
We've got a bit of grass.
There we go. This is us.
Hang on,
we'll try this.
Should we try it?
Yeah.
Right, guys. Wish us luck. Oh,
we're doing it.
Oh.
We have a Land Rover competing with it.
Handle that. Yes, beautifully. Now, in all seriousness, though, do we have additional settings in the car to optimise it for off-road use?
Yes, we do. So. The car has an off-road screen, so you can choose what sort of terrain that you feel the car is on, and it will change the way that the car controls the differentials to manage the grip levels that you currently have.
So I see here we've got on-road, we've got gravel, mud, sand, rocks. So yeah, like you say, you can sort of change it up for whatever terrain you're on. To be honest, I didn't even really think these cars had these features.
Because we see them so much on road, and the way they look and their value, it's difficult to imagine these cars being used off-road, but that is what they're there for, and it's very much what they're designed to do. So the car is very capable for some quite extreme off-road conditions. Oh, this car's nice.
It's nice, isn't it? Yeah, sorry, Cal.
It handles surprisingly well. That sounds like you're expecting it to be terrible. It's like, I sort of expected it to be good because it's got a Porsche badge on it, but you get in it and the response that you feel from the steering wheel is really nice. You can really feel the similarity between this and a 911, which sounds mental. That sounds insane. How can a car like this feel like a 911? But try one.
So you think you can feel the similarity?
It really is. So many car manufacturers that make sports cars, and you get in their SUVs, and you think, this is a premium product, and the car's going to feel amazing. But it's designed to be a big 4x4, and it drives like one. But Porsche have this thing: every car they make is a sports car, so this has to drive and feel like a sports car.
It's actually fun to drive, though, isn't it? It's fun. Like, it's not boring to drive.
It makes a nice noise. I mean, this is the quiet, calm one. So, but even as it makes a nice noise. It goes well. It turns in nicely. It feels responsive.
Exactly.
I feel nice and engaged.
I like this mode. This mode is the most fun mode. I know it's comfy. I know it's not loud, but it does sound nice, doesn't it? The sound you get. And it doesn't sound like it's pumping any of that fake engine noise as well. I don't know if it does have a Simposer or... No. It does sound natural. No, it's really impressive. I'm really impressed with this. It's better than what I thought it was going to be. No, I think to summarise this video, very impressive, really nice, really well sort of built inside, high quality materials. It looks really nice from the outside. So anyway, Cal, thank you very much, mate, for bringing this car along today and letting me have a little drive, have a little play. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I appreciate it's something completely different to what you're normally used to, but it's nice to kind of dabble into different markets and try different brands. But who knows, maybe in the future we could get some more Porsches on the channel.
Maybe.
We shall see. But if you do like this video, please obviously hit like, comment below, tell us what you think, what you'd like to see additionally on the car, what you don't like, what you wouldn't like to see. Just give us some feedback below. But until the next video, guys, thank you very much, take care, and I shall see you soon. Booyakasha.